What's going on, guys? Chet James here, and I am back. It's been a while. After that brief sabbatical, I've decided to make a strong comeback. So let's get right into it. In today's video, I will be going over SyncFab ICO, breaking down this ICO. Now, before I do go any further, I have to say this is a sponsored review. However, I reserve the right to express my opinion as I see fit. SyncFab seeks to create the world's first peer-to-peer manufacturing supply chain for public and private blockchains. So large companies have an in-house software. SyncFab bridges the gap for small to medium-sized companies, creating a sort of peer-to-peer supply chain, manufacturing supply chain marketplace. Going over a quick supplemental, let's run through the ICO graders. Just a very quick run through. So ICO Bench, 4.4 stars out of 5. Track ICO gave it a 5.0. ICO Marks gave SyncFab a 7.7 out of 10. The Tech Insider, I believe they gave him 4 out of 5. Or sorry, 3. And last but not least, ICO Guru graded SyncFab 4.2 stars out of 5. Now take these grades with a grain of salt. However, they are a decent metric for understanding, gauging at least the interest of other people, right? A lot of people just use graders to invest in ICOs. So that's +1 for SyncFab. Average is around a 4.5 stars. So yeah, now let's get on into the actual project. So SyncFab, they do currently have, they have a working product. I signed up for it and decided to look at the back end. So that is the one benefit opposed to a lot of these newer ICOs. Some of them like Cardano or Tron, some of the larger ones that did really, really well did not have a project, right, or did not have a prototype. SyncFab does have a working marketplace, which is always a great thing, right? You're investing in a company that actually has a working product, and typically you're going to be paying more to do so. Let's take a look at the white paper. Well, first let me go through the roadmap. Scrolling. So Q2 MFG token integration to existing 2.0 platform. So I'm assuming that's when they're planning on integrating these tokens. Q3, setting up the buyer smart contracts. Q4, the manufacturer smart contracts. After that, they are launching their platform. So 2019 seems to be the end of their roadmap as far as getting their actual project out there. Okay, so for the token distribution, their total supply is a bit high. However, that is understandable with a use case such as this. The token actually has a use case, right? They will actually be using these tokens for this marketplace. So, that's the one thing you have to keep in mind. I like looking at ICOs that have a lower supply, but there are circumstances where it makes sense that it's a higher total supply. In this case, it does make sense. That's definitely one thing to keep in mind, though. It's definitely a large supply. However, in this use case, it makes sense. 1 Ethereum equals 5,000 MFG per Ether. Their soft cap is 15,000 ETH with a hard cap of 33,000. So it is a relatively low cap to this ICO, 30 million USD at the price of Ether at the time of the creation of this white paper. Their distribution plan is as follows. They will generate a supply of 1 billion. A total of 300 million will be offered to the public. That is one thing I would say that is against SyncFab. Only 30% of their tokens will be released during this ICO. Not a terrible thing, definitely not a terrible thing, but 30% is a bit low. Let's see. In the current state of supply manufacturing, buyers as well as manufacturers struggle with a few different burdens during this supply chain process. Producers are often forced to allocate resources toward finding potential buyers and seeking out orders, right? Taking up time, affecting that bottom line. And then as far as buyers, with small to medium-sized businesses anyway, they can struggle really to find manufacturers who can meet their company's specifications. All in all, the supply chain process has multiple overhead costs and influences which are possible to eliminate. So basically, SyncFab is looking to disrupt this supply chain manufacturing industry. It's a somewhat dated industry, and it's always interesting to see newer companies, especially tech companies, come in and disrupt, like similar to the whole Elon Musk SpaceX thing, right? These dinosaurs were just building rockets that were one step ahead of the last one. He came in and decided to make the process 10 times cheaper and better, right? More efficient. So it seems like SyncFab is coming in to basically disrupt this whole industry and provide a much easier alternative to those involved, to all parties involved, not just one. In addition, I must say the marketing strategy for SyncFab is very strong. We have some very large influencers involved in the review of SyncFab, which at the end of the day is just going to be great for that for lack of a better word, hype around the crowd sale. So if you're somebody just looking to get involved in ICOs, this could be potentially be a great option. That is about it for this review. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post them below. I will post all the links that I went over in this video below this video. Thanks so much for checking this video out. Have a fantastic day/evening.